Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking all about Starbucks, and I'm going to tell you guys why I work there, what I like about working here, some things I dislike about working there, and a lot of other fun things. So if you guys are interested in this video, just keep on watching. Alrighty, so I am a barista at Starbucks. I started in December of last year, so 2017. I've been there for 6-7 months now, not long. I am a customer service junkie, meaning I only work in jobs that allow me to meet and talk to different people, because I love meeting and talking to different people. That's like part of my job description at both of my jobs, so I highly enjoy doing that. I don't know, Starbucks was just, I've always wanted to work at Starbucks, like ever since I was 16, ever since I was able to work, that was one of the places where I wanted to work. And every time I applied, I never got the job until like recently, last year. I want to say actually I applied in December and I got a call back like a week later because there was a new store opening and they needed baristas for that store. So I was lucky enough to get a call back, and now I actually work there. And yeah, I love my job. I love meeting new people. I love the people I work with. I love making drinks. I love doing it all. Alrighty guys, so I wrote a list down of things, like questions that I get asked about all the time. So I'm gonna answer them for you guys. So the first question that I have on here, and it says, is it hard making drinks? It isn't hard making drinks, it's pretty easy. Once you learn like the recipes and like the steps to follow, it becomes easier and easier every single time. It is challenging when you have like multiple orders. So like let's say if I get like 5 frappuccinos, then it becomes like a little bit difficult because we can't match batches. And what I mean by that is we can't make 2 drinks in one batch. We have to make them all separately, just so like each drink has the right amount of flavor in each drink. So when we have multiple drinks like that, it does become challenging, but other than that, it is pretty easy to make drinks. Is it super busy? Starbucks, a lot of people think Starbucks is like the hangout space to do like homework for like college kids and stuff. But that is true, but we are not like super busy. We have busy times just like McDonald's would, or like any other fast food or any other retail food store would. Of course, we have like our peaks in the morning when people come and get coffee, so sometimes it depends on like the day of the week, but usually it's between 7 and 9 or sometimes 7 and 10. It just depends on how that day is going and like what day of the year it is. It could be like, I don't know, 4th of July, and it could be like 98 degrees outside. Of course, we're going to be busy because it's hot and it's also a holiday. The next question is, how long have you been working at Starbucks? I have been there for 6 months. What is the hardest drink to make? I would say again frappuccinos, only because it's a longer process to make those than hot drinks or teas. Other than that, like that's the only reason like why. But like the longer you make these drinks, the more you become used to the process of how to make them, so it becomes easier for you. The next question is, what is the easiest drink to make? I think the easiest drink for me to make is caramel macchiato iced. And how we make that is basically like the vanilla goes at the bottom, and then we fill it up with milk, ice, and then the shots go on top. And it takes like less than 2 minutes, honestly. It's the easiest drink that we have. The next question I have is, do we try our new drinks and food products that we get in? Yes, we try all of our new drinks and our food products, just so that if customers ask, we are able to explain to them what it tastes like and how we like it, and you know, if that day, if they wanted something savory, what should they go for, stuff like that. Those are all the questions that I have about Starbucks. I'm going to share some tips on if you are planning to apply at Starbucks. So the number one thing I have on here is availability. I've learned so far from working with Starbucks for 6 months that availability is so important, because this isn't the type of job where who would come in at, let's say, I guess like for a closer. So like if you close somewhere, you would either come in from 3 to 11. We have shifts like that, but we also do have times where if we get busy during peak, which is again from like 7 to 10, we might need somebody to come in from like 8 to 1 to help us get through that peak, but to also get ready for the evening shift and the people who are coming in for the closing shift. So like I've learned that availability is important because it allows you to get more hours, but it also allows your team to get help if needed. Also, I tell a lot of people this when applying to Starbucks because I feel like it's so important, but don't always think about the pay. Starbucks does not pay much, but you get benefits and you get experiences that teach you lessons and that you probably wouldn't get anywhere else. For example, we have stocks and they have medical care and life insurance, all that stuff, that stuff Starbucks offers you. We also have a bond and it's called the Cup Fund. And this is a fund where employees are allowed to donate if they want to, and basically it's basically a pool of like money, and if you needed it, Starbucks could loan it out to you. So like, let's say for instance, if you were getting kicked out of your house, contact Starbucks and get a little bit of that loan from Starbucks to help you get back on your feet, to where you're able to continue to pay bills or do whatever you need to get back on your feet. The next thing I have on here is to be yourself in the interview. I feel like a lot of people think being yourself is like overrated, but people can point out and see fake like in an instinct. So like being yourself and answering the questions to the best of your ability, being 100% honest. Yeah, those things can get you in the door. Even just a smile or just being happy when you're sitting down and you're having your interview. All that stuff can help you and could possibly get you through the door. Also, being a people's person. This, I feel like, is so important because we see so many people throughout our day at Starbucks to where you really don't have time to be a Debbie Downer, if that makes sense. Like, you're always constantly talking to people and you're always constantly, hopefully, smiling, and making conversations with people. And I feel like that is important. And by doing this, you also get to keep regulars coming in. Like, once people see that you are open to conversation and you are friendly and you are kind and things like that, they want to come back and they want to spend their money at your location because they see that you are eager to appreciate them coming in and spending their hard-earned money on a $5 cup of coffee. Like, people come in and buy coffee for $5 and then tip us $20. Like, just because they like us and because they think that we're the nicest. Like, I've had customers come in and tell us like, oh, this is the only Starbucks I'll ever come to because you guys are so nice. You always make my drink correctly because you guys are so friendly. So I feel like being a people's person or just loving to communicate and talk to other people, that could also get you through the door. Like your store manager or whoever's doing your interview could possibly see that through the communication you two have between each other. The next thing I have on here is dress code. Like, I know a lot of places, I don't want to say fast food because most fast food have like dress codes where you have to wear their shirt and like black pants and like non-slip shoes. But I know like a lot of retail stores don't allow you to wear uniform. They let you kind of like free dress. But at Starbucks, it's kind of like a mixture between both. So like we're able to dress the way we want to, but we can only dress in like neutral colors. So like black, white, gray, navy, greens, depending on the color, kind of like that denim jean colors in that like range. We're allowed to wear anything like hot pink, bright purple, yellows, we're not allowed to wear, but I've noticed that some store managers allow baristas to wear certain things. So like, if you're at a store where your manager doesn't really care what color hat you wear, you can wear a pink hat if you would like to. Like, it just depends on your store manager. But in the Starbucks guideline book, you can only wear neutral color things, and that's what most managers go by. The last thing that I have on here for acing your hiring session is personality. You want to let your personality shine through. You want to show them that you are eager to start this job whenever, that you are ready to take on this challenge, because working at Starbucks is a challenge. Like, I don't want anybody to think that it's a piece of cake. Like, it's going to take time for you to learn how to make these drinks, for you to learn how to get into the routine of doing certain things at Starbucks. And with personality comes with, again, like being yourself and being honest and being happy and kind of just enjoying life when you come to work. Like, I haven't really worked with anybody who comes to work like sad, unless like it's a family issue. Like, everybody that I work with, no one ever comes to work like sad. And that is so weird, because of my past jobs, like people would come in like with attitudes and would talk to customers with attitude just because they were having some other issues going on in their lives. So I feel like if you have all of those qualities that I just talked about, I feel like you'd ace your interview session, and I feel like you're like perfect for the job. So that is all I have today, all about Starbucks and how to get hired at Starbucks. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I wish you all the best of luck if you're planning on applying to Starbucks. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.